Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at another very good team for the Retro Cup. And here we have the Lickitung in the lead. We have the NiRiain in the back as well, so a very XL team, but you can also use it without XL. We're going to talk about this a little bit later. We have the Primeape as a Say-Swap, and this is basically the main idea behind this team. Primeape as a Say-Swap, I already talked about it in my best teams video. Primeape in this matter seems to be one of the best Pokemon that you can use, and we're going to take advantage of this right now, as you're gonna see as well. Winning back Switch advantage against the Deoxys defense. We have the Kofag Regas against us. Of course, it cannot farm us down. We can go for a move there, and we gonna get the shield back, get Switch back, have half health from the Kofag gone, and we see the Porygon now against our Medicham. So, why did I go for the lead that I have right now? Why do I go for the Medicham in the back? I showcased in the team review video that you can also use something else in the lead. I forgot what, I think also like Cast Form or Greedent in the lead. And you can also use something else in the back instead of the Medicham, for example, the Machamp, not the Primeape we already have as a Say-Swap, the Hitmonchan, or all those fighters that are available that are good. The main reason why I went here for the Lickitung in the lead and the Medicham in the back is not even actually the bulk, but the general matchup against the other Medichams, because otherwise Medicham would be a little bit tricky for you if you have something else in the lead. I guess with a Cast Form it's still manageable, kinda-ish. But like this, you still have outs against Medicham by having your own Medicham, plus having a Pokemon in the lead that actually beats Medicham in 0 shields with the Lickitung. So this is the main reason and the only reason why I went for this. And it went well. And I went on, I think, a 14-game win streak with this team. Plus I went 16-1. And of course I could have even went higher, like I only played 17 games then. And like I had enough footage anyway for a video, and then I could use my next video, which was the video you saw yesterday already for Ringaroo. I saved my sets for that. So yeah, this team worked out really well. You can use either Pokemon as a Say-Swap depending on what you have faced in the lead. Here, for example, I faced an Altaria in the lead. And Altaria, of course, is weak to Ice Punch, but I feel like I can handle it a little bit better with my Medicham, as the Medicham going to be able to take those Dragon Breath a little bit better. While the Ice Punch doesn't do as much as the Ice Punch from the Primeape though, which is of course not the best, but still you see how low the Altaria is right now, and we can just go into our Primeape. We see the Nidoqueen coming in, we're just gonna go for the quick damage there with the Night Slash. We're just gonna farm up a little bit extra, shield this move and swap out now. Clearing the debuff, we have the Body Slams here, and we are looking pretty decent as we are basically in a very commanding spot. They have to shield, like they have to throw still with their Altaria to KO us if they want to KO us, even with the debuff, because Lickitung of course are very bulky, but we can just farm down and win this game there. Worked out very, very well. Also, like, you need something that beats Ghost types, of course, in the lead. We have the Trevenant here coming in. Lickitung is just the best version of this. I guess, like, you can use all the other Pokemon that I said before as well, which also would beat at least some kind of the Ghost types. So, like, it's not the biggest problem, but, like, this is just the easiest. We see the Greedent here, which is kind of a problem for the, what's it called, for the Primeape. I still went into the Primeape even though I didn't have to shield if I went to the Medicham, just because I can get my shield back anyway with the coverage this thing has. As I said in my team building video before, if you take a look at the top 40 Pokemon of this cup, I think there are 3 or 4 Pokemon that don't get hit super effective by any of the 3 moves Primeape has. Like, that's insane. Like, you can either hit it super effective with the Ice Punch or the Night Slash, or you have like Counter, which is super effective against a lot of stuff, like the wall right here. Ice Punch and the Night Slash is super effective against the Trevenant. You have the Night Slash being super effective against the Frostless. You have the Counter being super effective against other Lickitung, and also against Pidgeot here you would have an answer. Wishcast you wouldn't have an answer, but you're still neutral against it, so it's not even bad anyway. Having no fairy types against you is like so good for the fighting types, especially if they have coverage like the Primeape with the dark coverage here, which is going to be able to have some fun with some psychic types. And we see the Medicham coming in here, which is of course not the best, but we're still going to do some massive damage here with our Night Slash, or they shield up, which is also fine for me, as we can go here. I might get stupid mistake here and never do what I did here. I regretted immediately. Why the hell did I shield here? It's even a power punch, which is even worse. We have full health. I thought they would definitely go for a psychic and then dip, but yeah, they didn't. So that was not the smartest play, but I am in general not the smartest, I guess. We can just swap out into Lickitung and look at the next stupid mistake. Going for the body slams here instead of the power whip. I should just go for 2 power whips. Would easily KO it. My opponent makes it correct here and goes for the bait and also doesn't shield the first move. This is only a mud bomb, so they have to go for another mud bomb anyway. I can go for the body slam. I should be able to get the last shield here. But it should already be over by this point, but it's not. And I also don't throw my charge move here with the Ice Punch, which would put him into range for 1 body slam. I completely misplayed the game, but still got carried by my Pokemon, which is of course very nice. Against the Deoxys defense, of course, also Lickitung has a better matchup than my backline, which is just how it's always been. And we have the Rock Slide there from the Deoxys. I think Rock Slide is better in this meta generally because you don't have a lot of Azumarill is not there, so you don't really have a lot of normal water types. The only water type that you really see, or like water types, are water and ice types. And also the counter plus the Rock Slide would be super effective against those anyway. So yeah, I guess that's the right moveset. We see another Altaria. We have double fighting team, but we still don't really care about it as we still have our Ice Punch. And Ice Punch still gonna hurt or get the shield here. And also we should be able to get him to throw his charged move while he just got it. So I should be able to get 2 move with my Primeape to KO him. We go for the Night Slash, which should not be able to KO him actually. No, it does. Okay. And we get the boost, which is amazing, as we see the Walrein coming in, and we can go for another Night Slash in time, which barely doesn't KO. 1 HP. Like, here, he's definitely meta. If he has a worse Walrein, he would have died there easily. Doesn't really matter anyway, as we can go for the Body Slam here against this Deoxys defense, winning us at the game as well. Cradilly next in the lead. We swap out. We have an ABB line. We want to get the counter out for the fighting types, and I see here a Golbat, and I take a Golbat because you see how much the Ice Punch does. I think we had some lag here if I'm not wrong. Like, I played this yesterday evening. No, we didn't. Okay, there was like one Golbat matchup where I had some lag. I think that cost me something before, but here we didn't, which is fine. We can now go into our Lickitung. We can lick him all the way down. And we can take those Poison Fangs. He can only go for Poison Fang as the Shadow Ball is double resisted, so he doesn't have really a nuke move. So of course still hurts a little bit, but we can swap out here against the Cradilly into our Medicham, which has access to the Ice Punch, which would be also super effective and has good coverage. Unless we would face a Cresselia, and Cresselia is a little bit of a problem here because kinda got hard countered here the entire game, which is not the coolest, but yeah, Moonblast does a lot of damage. We go for the Psychic. I don't know why. I think I could have went for 2 Ice Punches, but I'm not sure. And I tried to swap out, and it did work out actually, which is cool. We can go for the Body Slam, and I think my opponent throws it at the same time, which they actually do. But yeah, it doesn't look too good. They go for the Grass Knot. We can go for the Power Whip here. We're gonna be able to get him very low, but I don't think we actually KO him. Nope, we don't. And we're gonna shield it up here actually, which was, at the end of the day, the correct play. As we're still gonna get to the Body Slam here, we're gonna be able to die. No, we can actually swap out there, and we can go for the Ice Punch, which is gonna be able to finish off the Cresselia there, which is kind of something that I didn't expect that I would still win this game, but this team was just too good. We see another Walrein lead. We just go into our save swap of the Primeape, and we see that they went into the Nidoqueen for whatever reason, and this is of course not the best now. I shield up the first move. I'm gonna go for the bait. I denied my opponent here, which allows me to get to the Ice Punch here, which is amazing. And we see that we got him very low, and I'm just not gonna shield. I could have shielded here and farmed him all the way down, and I would have been able to realign Switch Advantage, but we have basically like all answers to a Walrein on our team, so it doesn't really matter if we lose Switch Advantage if they had a Walrein lead, as our entire team can deal with it. We see their own Walrein here. We're just gonna let this go. We can farm them down, and we're gonna be able to win this game pretty easily against this Primeape. We're just gonna let it go actually. Goes for a Night Slash. We can go now for 1 Ice Punch, which might get the shield. We do get the shield. We can swap out here. We have them very low. We just go for 1 Power Whip, and we're gonna be able to easily win this game as well. as this team is very, very viable. Like it's so good. Like nobody expects double fighter. This is the thing. A lot of things are weak to fighting in this meta, especially like those meta answers are weak to fighting. So nobody really expects this, and it's like so good. We have the Crossel here against us. Maybe I should have went into our Primate, as our Primate is also able to resist the like every move actually, but we're a little bit less bulky, so I guess it's I don't mind. I think it's both of them are right. I guess it's better because we know that we're gonna get up against the Deoxys anyway, and we can take moves easier here. But also we would have had the Night Slash, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this was the right decision to do, but it should turn out pretty decent anyway. They go for the Thunderbolt. We have some lag here, but it's fine. And they go into the Licky Tongue. I like this, as we have our Next Rider in the back, and they lock themselves into that. And I just take this. Thanks for the game, trainer. We see the Medicham in the lead, and this is the main reason why I went for Licky Tongue plus Medicham in my bag. Again, if you don't have those XL Pokemon, you can use the non-XL version with the Cast Form. I mean, Cast Form also could use XL actually, but if you want to use it, you can also use the Greedent in the lead. And the Machamp, I would say, is the best answer in the bag. But you're gonna be a little bit weak against the Medicham with that, but usually it's okay to be weak against one Pokemon. Yeah, we see the Seaking here, which is double legacy, or triple legacy actually, which is a cool spice pick. They go for the Drill Run, don't go for the Drill Run, go for the Icy one please. Doesn't really make sense to go for Drill Run in this scenario, as they know that I'm gonna shield anyway, and both do pretty decent damage, so it doesn't really matter. We're gonna be able to win back Switch Advantage here. We still have a shield. I think I'm just gonna let this go and show him my last Pokemon, as they should now surrender. They actually do not surrender for whatever reason, but yeah, you can stay in here, waste my time. I'm just gonna go for one Psychic and win this game here real quick. We still haven't lost yet. I think our loss should be soon, like time-wise. Next up, we're gonna have Licky Tongue against the Walrein lead. Again, Walrein is fine for us. We can go into our Primate. We see the Licky Tongue coming in. This is not a decent swap against the Primate, I guess. And we're gonna be able to... I think we should be able to realign here. But Body Slam doesn't do enough. We can go for one Night Slash, which should get them into range where I can farm them down. They shield up, we get the boost, and they cannot do anything anymore. They go into that Trevenant. Of course, we have the answer for that in the bag. And this is definitely an easy win. We got a double boost. I had, like, after this game, I don't know if this game is actually like in a row then, I had another boost with my Primate, which was insane, and my opponent just surrenders here. Was it here? I don't know. Feraligatr. What a nice spice pick. At least my opponent brings some spice here. That's cool. We see the Cresselia against me. We can go for one Night Slash. Does this boost me? It doesn't. Okay, maybe it wasn't this battle. Who knows? I'm just gonna let it go, because I know that I get to another move anyway, and this Night Slash gonna be able to do a lot of damage here, and they can farm me down. So yeah, it didn't get randomized in the correct order again, because I know that the Mitch after the other one which you just had another boost over the Primate, but this wasn't in here. Could also be that I cut the match out. I had to like cut out, I think 4 or 5 wins from me, because lengthwise I had like 50 minutes of gameplay. And yeah, like usually I don't want to speed up further than like 2.4 or something as a speed, which is still plenty fast. We can go for one Ice Punch here against this Feraligatr, get him low, and we see the Venusaur coming in there. And I think because of my energy that I had before they swapped in, I should be able to get to 2 Psychics in time, which I'm pretty sure I am. And I'm going to be able to win this game as well, as this Psychic going to be hitting my opponent, KOing my opponent, and we see the Feraligatr just going down there as well. Next up, a second to last battle, Talent 96, we have the Walrein in the lead. We swap and we see the Cresselia, so we kind of get hard countered. Is this the boost? It is not the boost. We can go for one more Night Slash here. We still survive. No, we don't survive this one. We would have survived the Grass Knot, of course, but this one we don't. And we see the Moonblast coming in here as well. We get the attack debuff, which is actually crucial, because I don't think we can KO him now after one Body Slam. They swap out anyway. We can go into our Medicham, and I think I misplay this. Yeah, I misplay this. I'm gonna shield this up, which is fine, but I should have thrown already my move, and they go for another move, and they survive with 1 HP in a Dream, and I have to shield it up again, and their, what's they called, their Cresselia had still a move stored here, and we can go for one move, but we're not gonna be able to So I have this because I still had a Moonblast stored, which was very crucial. And this was the only game we lost, which we easily would have won if we didn't get the debuff and if we didn't like play so stupidly against the Warrain. So I would have been easily able to win this game. I know that for sure, but like not like this. And here's the boost. This was basically the game that we had after the double boost game. So we're gonna be able to win back switch advantage against the Medicham with our Primeape, which you have never seen before most likely. But Primeape has some very good potential in this meta. We see the Warrain coming in. Do they want to eat this double boosted 9/? They do not. And we got them very low, and we can go into our what's it called, Medicham there, tanking this Earthquake. We see the Incineroar coming in. We swap out just for panic reasons into Lickitung. Yep, this was when Incineroar was still available, which was for the first 3 hours of the cup, but I didn't play it, of course, because it's not available anymore. But good job, Niantic, that they actually couldn't figure out how to ban this thing for 3 hours straight. Like, we reported it immediately, but yeah, what can you do? We see the Flame Charge coming in here, we can swap out, we see the Warrain, and we're just gonna counter everything down. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so for watching. This team is amazing, 16-1 run with it. And tomorrow's team gonna be also a lot of fun. I can already spoil this. It's gonna be such a nice team that we're gonna have tomorrow. More like a theme team, but it worked out very well. And yeah, I hope I see you next video. Have a great rest of your day, and bye.